Critical points are points where the nature of a graph changes. A curve may possess three different points. The first is a maximum, the second a minimum, and the last a point of inflection. When the point is a maximum, the curve changes from one that increases to one that decreases. This is often seen in graphs such as parabolas. When the point is a minimum, the curve changes from one that decreases to one that increases. This is also often seen in parabolas. When the curve of the graph changes, the point is called a point of inflection. This is often represented in cubic functions. Sometimes there will be relative maximums and relative minimums, that is, maximums and minimums that are in a certain section of the graph, but not necessarily the entire graph.
Hey, Ms. Para, is it okay if we have the entire thing?
The y equals screen on your calculator should have the equation and two derivatives. This is what your window should look like. This is what your graph will look like. The pink line is the function, the orange line is the first derivative, and the green line is the second derivative. To find the maximum, use the calc button to find the first zero of the first derivative and then trace down to where that number is on the actual function. To find the minimum, you basically do the same thing, but instead you find the second zero of the orange line, which is the first derivative. You use the second derivative, which is the green line, to find the point of inflection. You find the zero of the green line and then trace on the real function. The maximum is negative 2, 0, the minimum is 0, negative 4, and the point of inflection is negative 1, negative 2.
First, punch in the original equation. Then, you go down to Y2 and press Math. Then go down to End Deriv or press 8. From here, you will press vars and go over 1.